Our story begins in Artesia, New Mexico, a small, close-knit community of around 12,000 people. Among them is Alexee Trevizo, a 19-year-old cheerleader at Artesia High School. Known for her cheerleading skills, Alexee became a familiar face in the town. According to anonymous classmates who spoke to the Daily Mail, Alexee Trevizo was seen as a manipulator by her peers. She was known to act friendly one moment and completely distant the next, maintaining only a small circle of close friends. She was often accompanied by her boyfriend, Devon Fierro. Both of them were seniors at Artesia High School, and their relationship had been ongoing for 3 years. In November 2022, rumors started circulating among her classmates that Alexee might be pregnant, at around 7 months into her alleged pregnancy. Alexee, however, vehemently denied these rumors and claimed her weight gain was due to birth control pills. Despite her denials, Alexee's physical changes were becoming more apparent. By mid-December, she herself acknowledged her weight gain and stated that she needed to go on a diet, but continued to avoid any suggestions of being pregnant. Around this time, she changed her style of clothing from her usual attire to more baggy-type clothes. This change did not go unnoticed by her classmates and further fueled their suspicion. On January 6, 2023, just 3 weeks before she would give birth, videos surfaced of Alexee cheerleading with a prominent baby bump. Despite this evidence, she kept up the pretense of not being pregnant. Later that month, on January 27th, she visited Artesia General Hospital. She complained of back pain to the nursing staff, and even when the nurses suspected a pregnancy, Trevizo insisted she was not pregnant, stating she was not sexually active and had regular periods. However, a routine lab test confirmed her pregnancy.
What was her chief complaint?
Chief complaint, if I can remember. I think it was abdominal pain or flank pain, something like one of those two.
Do you remember what treatment room you moved her to?
Possibly 2. I think it might have been room 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything helps you remember that?
No, just looking at, kind of thinking of the layout of the ER.
Gotcha. So you triaged her from, did you bring her in from the waiting room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought her in from the waiting room, took her in the treatment room, and then, you triaged her, you just got her chief complaint, did vitals?
Chief complaint, vitals. I believe the doc came in and kind of did a quick assessment in the triage room before we moved her back to a treatment room. Then from there we gave her some pain medication. She started feeling a little better, and then she said she needed to go have a bowel movement, and that's kind of when the whole thing happened.
Upon receiving the results, she went to the hospital bathroom and refused to come out, denying her pregnant status. CCTV footage from the hospital showed Alexee spending 19 minutes locked inside the bathroom. The concerned nursing staff ultimately decided to get the key from security and informed her that they would be entering. Once Alexee finally left the bathroom, the staff found it covered in blood. Initially, they feared she had tried to harm herself or had experienced severe pregnancy-related complications.
So what did you do after that? So when she went to do the bowel movement, where were you at?
Initially, I was at the nurse's station, and then at some point I went and kind of checked on her, knocked on the door, seen if she needed anything. She denied. She said she didn't need anything.
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
Toilet flush?
Yes, after a while I started hearing, so I probably checked on her 2 to 3 times, I'm not exactly sure. And then I just kept hearing paper towel dispenser and flushing and the water running. And I knocked again, did she need anything? Denied anything. And then eventually it got to a point where I said, you need to come out. And I asked the clerk to get the key to unlock the door, because obviously she locked the door to go to the restroom. And whenever we finally had the key to unlock it, she opened it and just kind of walked out.
Did she say anything at that point?
She didn't say anything. She was just looking kind of straight past me and went back to the room.
Did you look into the restroom?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
What did you see?
Went into the restroom and I saw a large amount of blood.
Where
and it was on the floor. It appeared to, she had tried to wipe it up in places. It was kind of on the back wall behind the commode, the toilet. And so I said, "You okay? What happened?" And she said, "I'm on my period," what she said. And she walked out. And then I went in, because at this point we had already received the positive pregnancy lab test.
When was that?
I couldn't tell you the exact time, but I know prior to that, we got a positive pregnancy test on her.
Okay, prior to the bowel movement, did you tell her that y'all got a positive?
No, the doc hadn't been in there to tell her yet.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah, so went in there, and I did look into the trash can at that time to see if there had been anything tossed, but the liner was fresh and completely empty. I didn't pick up the can, obviously I would have known, but I just looked in the can and there was nothing in there. It was a fresh liner.
So there's no trash in the
There was
liner?
nothing in there, yeah.
During the cleanup process, a housekeeper discovered the trash can was unusually heavy. On closer inspection, she found a lifeless newborn baby boy, cold and blue, wrapped in a bag at the bottom of the can. The newborn's time of death was pronounced at 2:28 a.m. on January 27, 2023. The reports would later describe the cause of death of the newborn as entrapment. This refers to situations where an individual is in an airtight or relatively airtight container and consumes all the available oxygen until there is none left to sustain life. In this case, the container was a tied plastic bag.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth. What did you put in there?
517
Where did you put the baby at?
836 460.
That came out of your toilet bag? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why didn't you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for
Mom,
this, baby.
Mom, alright, just give it time, okay? I'm going to speak to the detectives whenever she's ready, okay? You ready for the second one? Second one is 512-401-333.
News of the tragic event spread later that day. Multiple people at the high school speculated that the deceased newborn might be Alexee's baby, according to anonymous classmates who spoke to the Daily Mail. A few weeks after the incident, Alexee and Devon returned to school, acting as if nothing was amiss. They neither offered explanations for their absence nor addressed the circulating rumors. After her return, she stopped participating in cheerleading, her presence reduced to a sideline spectator. Coaches cited her lack of knowledge about new routines as the reason. In April, 3 months after the birth of her son, Alexee was spotted at prom, dancing with Fierro. She seemed undisturbed by the rumors, even penning a poem titled People Talk about her experience with the gossip at school. In May, an autopsy report revealed that Alexee's newborn had air in his lungs, indicating he was alive at the time of his birth. Following this, Alexee was arrested for murder.
I will bring her out. Just tell me what's going on. Okay.
I give it to her whenever
Can I see him?
she can see the warrant. She gets arrested.
This is my house. I
Right.
have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we...
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there when you take her up there?
You can go to the detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything?
It's
Okay,
for-
so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got a copy. Okay.
I understand that,
Right.
Detective Gonzalez.
Right.
What is she under arrest for?
She has warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
She's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
And we'll tell you that, but we
Okay, then let me know now.
We need the corporation.
Let me know now. I'm giving you the corporation. I told you everything. Answer my question.
Well,
What is she under arrest for?
Like I said, she's over the age of 18. Like, that we can't relinquish that information, but bring her out here, we'll tell you.
What is she under
If
arrest
you bring her out here,
for?
we'll tell you right now.
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under arrest
She's going to
for.
get arrested regardless. I mean, I don't know why.
For what? For what? For what?
Are you okay with telling me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence
Yes.
at the hospital?
So, can we see her now?
Hi. What's your name?
Alexee.
Okay. What's the last 4 of your social?
She don't even know it.
Oh, no.
It's like,
Alexee, do you know your date of birth?
yes.
Okay.
What is it?
11/25/03.
Okay.
Do you have to walk her all the way up there? Can we bring your car up there?
It's up to you.
Yeah,
That's all. Just please.
I'll go get it.
Alexee, are you okay with your mom getting your criminal complaint when we get to the detention center? It has your personal information
Can
on
you
it.
repeat that?
Are you okay with your mother getting the criminal complaint? It has your personal identifying information on it. Serial number, date of birth.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Interviews with hospital staff and cleaners who discovered the infant's body recount the traumatic event in vivid detail. One nurse described Alexee's actions as though she had ripped the umbilical cord like an animal.
Could you describe it if possible?
Yeah, there was blood everywhere. There was blood on the floor, on the wall.
Do you remember which wall?
The one behind the toilet, and then the one on the side, right here. You know, there's the one where the toilet sits, back of that.
Yeah.
And then on the side.
Where the call button is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on the floor, everywhere. I mean, it was.
Was it like this is the bathroom, here's the toilet and the sink, then here's the door. So was it just like this, or?
Actually, it was all over the place, all over the floor, because even when I was going into the bathroom, there was blood on the coming out of the bathroom on the floor.
Okay.
So it was everywhere.
Okay.
So there's blood coming out of the bathroom? Do you
Yeah,
know how far it went?
footsteps.
Okay.
I think they were the person that was in there, her footsteps. And she was coming out, because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I mean, it's even out here.
How
So
far?
I think at that point they had already ripped the bag, but it was just laying, you know, at the base of the trash can under the liner that they had pulled up. And there was like some paper towels in that bag with the baby. And then we moved it over and took it out, put it on the bed, stretcher.
Was she bloody?
Mm-hmm.
Like
And then there
her
was-
legs? And
Yeah, she had blood all down her legs, and then there was like blood in the bathroom everywhere. So,
Okay, and you saw that?
Mhm.
Okay.
and then got her in the bed, got her in a gown, helped her clean up. Doc came in, we did the pelvic, essentially, and then HT had come in and took the doctor away, and then I helped her get back in the bed, get her comfortable. I went to go get her blankets, and that's where the baby itself was in that room where the blankets are.
The patient was denying having sex at this point to her mom.
Yeah, she was trying to state that she was still a virgin.
After she came in from the bathroom and all the blood and all that. Okay.
Following her arrest on May 10th, 2023, Alexee was released 6 days later on a $100,000 unsecured bond. As a part of her release conditions, she was given a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew and restrictions on her contacts. Despite her arrest, Artesia school officials allowed her to graduate, though she was not permitted to participate in the graduation ceremony. A friend disclosed to the Daily Mail that students were warned against discussing Alexee's situation under threat of suspension. Records show that police attempted to speak with Alexee on January 31st and again on April 26th, but she refused to do so without her attorney present. Devon Fierro, who admitted paternity of the child, also refused to cooperate with the police and has not been charged in connection to the death of the baby. Following the baby's cremation in February, Alexee received the cremains. She had posthumously named the baby boy Alex Fierro. Alexee's next court date is scheduled for September 11th, 2023. As of now, the aftermath of her actions remains uncertain, leaving a small community in shock and a tragic loss unanswered.